Imagine holding in your hands coins that look ordinary, yet carry the power to change history, fortunes, and collectors' dreams worldwide. The first is the legendary 1943 wartime steel cent, minted during World War II when copper was diverted for the war effort, giving it a unique steel composition that is magnetic, silver gray, and instantly recognizable. This coin is more than metal. It is a symbol of American resilience, and in perfect condition, it can fetch hundreds to over $1,000, coveted not just in the USA, but by collectors across Europe, Asia, and beyond. Next is the coin with the figure perched on its edge, a conceptual tribute to American financial legends, turning an ordinary penny into a collectible masterpiece. Only a few specimens survive in private collections, with market value ranging from $150 to $500, and its story captivates numismatists worldwide. The third coin, sitting on a wooden motif, represents the American harvest era, a tangible symbol of agricultural prosperity and early industrial pride. Moderately rare, it commands $100 to $400, highly treasured for its historical and cultural significance, and admired by collectors internationally. The fourth coin, the 1 cent that changed the identity of U.S. coinage, revolutionized design standards and gained global recognition. Rare in pristine condition, yet still attainable, it is valued between $200 and $600, earning admiration from collectors from New York to Tokyo. Finally, the fifth coin, shrouded in mystery and often hidden in high-profile auctions, intrigues elite collectors with its rarity and uniqueness. It can fetch anywhere from $500 to over $2,000, and having it in your collection signals entry into the exclusive circle of global coin connoisseurs. Together, these 5 coins are not merely currency. They embody American history, international intrigue, and millionaire collector dreams. If you hold even one of these, understand that you are holding a piece of the world's most exclusive story, a story that has shaken both the U.S. Treasury and the global auction halls, a story of value, rarity, and timeless fascination. And friends, if you love these coin secrets, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a rare and shocking coin video. Now, let's start the first coin. The 1943 D-Steel 1 cent is one of the most iconic and historically powerful coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Struck at the Denver Mint during the height of World War II, this coin carries a story far deeper than its small size suggests. In 1943, the U.S. government urgently needed copper for military equipment, tanks, communication wires, ammunition, and battlefield machinery. Because of this national emergency, the Mint replaced copper cents with a completely new composition. Carbon steel coated with a thin layer of zinc, giving the coin its famous silver gray, metallic shine. The 1943 D-Steel cent stands out instantly, magnetic, lightweight, and unlike any other cent produced before or after. This coin represents the wartime sacrifice of an entire nation. Millions of Americans were rationing fuel, metal, food, and daily essentials, and this tiny steel penny became a silent battlefield soldier, symbolizing unity, strength, and resilience. But even though these coins were produced in large numbers, finding a truly clean, untarnished, original 1943 D-Steel cent is a real challenge. Most have rusted, corroded, or lost their zinc coating over the decades. A perfectly preserved 1943 D with sharp details, bright luster, and minimal spots can bring surprising money. In circulated condition, values generally range from $2 to $15, depending on wear and clarity. In better preserved grades, these coins easily jump to $20 to $60, while high-grade certified examples with strong strikes and clean surfaces can reach $100 to $300. But the real shock comes with top-level gem specimens. A true MS-67 or MS-68 grade 1943 D-Steel cent can sell for $1,000 to over $3,500 in major U.S. auctions, showing just how intensely collectors chase perfect wartime coins. Internationally, this coin is admired for its unusual composition, its historical drama, and its connection to global warfare, making it popular with collectors in Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. The 1943 D-Steel 1 cent isn't just a coin, it's a metallic snapshot of America under fire, a symbol of sacrifice, innovation, and national unity. Holding one in your hand is like holding a fragment of 1940s America, a relic from the most intense chapter in modern history. And that is why collectors all over the world consider the 1943 one of the most important cents ever made. The 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent is one of the most historically rich and symbolically powerful coins ever produced by the United States Mint, created to honor the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The man you see on the front of the coin, the elderly, wise-looking figure often called by viewers the Baba, is Abraham Lincoln himself, the 16th President of the United States, the leader who ended slavery and guided the nation through the Civil War. His portrait on the obverse is not a photograph, but a sculpted engraving originally designed in 1909 by Victor David Brenner, and it has remained unchanged for more than a century, making Lincoln's face one of the most iconic images in American coinage. The engraving is carved into steel dies and stamped onto millions of coins, giving Lincoln his permanent place on the American cent. On the reverse of the 2009 cent, the images vary because the United States Mint released 4 different designs, each representing a different chapter of Lincoln's life. In the first design, if you see a small wooden cabin, that is not just any cabin. It is the exact model of the Sinking Spring farm cabin in Kentucky, the home where Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809. It symbolizes his humble beginnings in the American frontier, a childhood marked by struggle, poverty, and hardship. In the second design, if you see a young boy sitting on a log and reading a book, that boy is Abraham Lincoln himself during his Indiana years, showing how he educated himself by reading under the open sky, shaping the brilliant mind that later changed a nation. In the third design, if you see a standing man holding documents, that is again Abraham Lincoln, now a young adult, working as a lawyer in Springfield, Illinois, growing into a respected public figure and building the leadership qualities that would define his presidency. And in the fourth design, if you see a large building with a flag flying at the top, that building is the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C., still under construction during Lincoln's presidency, symbolizing a nation rebuilding itself under his leadership as he fought to protect the Union. Every figure, every building, every symbol on the 2009 cent is directly connected to Abraham Lincoln. The Baba on the front is Lincoln, the man on the reverse is Lincoln, the cabin is Lincoln's birthplace, the young boy is Lincoln's childhood, the standing adult is Lincoln's legal career, and the grand building with the American flag is the Capitol he led during the most turbulent chapter in American history. The entire 2009 cent series is a tribute to the journey of a man who rose from a wooden cabin to the highest office in the world. This coin is not just a piece of copper-plated zinc. It is a living timeline of Abraham Lincoln's life, carved into metal, preserved forever, and collected worldwide for its historical depth and powerful storytelling. And when you look even deeper into the 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln bicentennial cent, you realize this coin is not just a piece of copper-plated zinc. It's a moving historical timeline stamped in metal. Every image placed on this coin carries a message, a legacy, and a memory that the U.S. Mint wanted to preserve forever. The front portrait of the old man, Abraham Lincoln, is not only a reminder of the 16th president, but also a symbol of strength, justice, and leadership that reshaped America. His face has appeared on the cent since 1909, and his portrait for the 2009 issue continues to honor the 200-year anniversary of his birth. On the reverse design, the man standing outside the wooden house is also Abraham Lincoln, but shown as a young boy in his humble childhood environment in Kentucky. The house behind him is the Lincoln boyhood home, the place where he grew up learning to read by the firelight, building his moral values, and dreaming of a better world. The flag flying above the cabin represents the emerging identity of the young nation, showing that Lincoln's early life was already tied to the future destiny of the United States. This reverse image celebrates the birth and early childhood in Kentucky design, one of the 4 special designs issued only in 2009. It reflects the struggles, poverty, and simplicity of life on the frontier, the very experiences that shaped Lincoln's character. Every detail, the logs, the wooden door, the open field, his simple clothes, was crafted to show that greatness can rise from the humblest of beginnings. The U.S. Mint placed this scene on the coin to honor Lincoln's journey from a small wooden cabin to the highest office in the nation. Collectors admire this coin not only for its artwork, but for its historical message. It tells the story of a boy who would go on to end slavery, lead a divided nation through its darkest war, and leave a legacy that still inspires millions. That is why the 2009 no-mint mark cent is considered one of the most meaningful modern 1-cent coins. It is a tribute, a biography, and a milestone all at once, captured in copper, protected by time, and cherished by collectors who understand the depth of its symbolism. The 1936 D. Lincoln Wheat Cent is one of those early-date copper coins that carries deep American history and surprising collector potential. Minted in Denver during a period when the United States was still recovering from the Great Depression. Struck from 95% copper and 5% tin zinc, this coin features the classic wheat reverse and the bold portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner, a tribute that had already become iconic by the 1930s. Although millions were minted, many were spent, worn, or lost to time, and today collectors look for well-preserved pieces with sharp details, clean fields, strong strike, and original red color. In today's collector market, a normal circulated 1936 D penny can bring around 20 cents to $1, but when the condition jumps to extremely fine or about uncirculated grades, the value rises into the $3 to $12 range depending on luster and strike. In certified mint state grades, the coin becomes far more desirable, with MS-60, MS-62 examples selling between $15 and $30, and MS-63, MS-64 red coins gaining even stronger attention at $45 to $120. The real shocker comes with high-grade full red survivors, true mint state gems that escaped circulation for nearly 90 years, where MS-65 RD can reach $150 to $250, MS-66 RD can soar to $350 to $750, and elite register quality MS-67 RD examples can explode into the $2,000 to $4,500 plus range, depending on eye appeal and certification. Because early-date Denver mint coins often show soft strikes or bag marks, a clean, bright, fully red 1936 D is considered a prize of the Wheat Cent series, and collectors worldwide chase the finest ones for high-end portfolios. Anyone holding a sharp, glossy red example is not just holding a penny. They're holding a rare survivor of pre-war American history, a coin that has the power to shock with its value when it appears at auction in gem condition. The 1936 D. Lincoln Wheat Cent holds a steady and collectible value across the U.S. coin market, and its price can vary widely depending on color, strike, and preservation. In normal circulated grades, this coin typically sells between 20 cents and $1, while nicely preserved XF pieces often reach $3 to $12. Higher-end AU examples move into the $12 to $20 bracket, and the value rises noticeably once the coin enters the uncirculated category. MS-60 to MS-62 pieces generally trade for $15 to $30, and strong MS-63 to MS-64 coins, especially those retaining original red color, can command $45 to $120. Premium gem examples with full luster, such as MS-65 red, usually bring $150 to $250, and MS-66 red survivors often sell in the $350 to $750 range. The real shock comes with ultra-gem MS-67 red coins, which are extremely rare for this date. When they appear in major auctions, collectors have paid anywhere from $2,000 to over $4,500, depending on eye appeal and certification. Overall, the 1936 D. Wheat Penny remains a historically important pre-war cent that continues to show powerful demand across both American and international markets due to its age, mint mark, and condition sensitivity. The 2009 D. Lincoln Cent, one of the 4 coins issued in 2009 to commemorate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, features on its reverse a unique design depicting a young Abraham Lincoln sitting on a log, representing his early life in Kentucky. The figure of Lincoln is shown as a young boy, seated on a simple wooden log, holding a book, symbolizing his self-education and humble beginnings. The log itself represents the frontier lifestyle and the rural environment in which Lincoln grew up, reflecting the historical reality of 19th-century pioneer life. Beside him, there is a small, partially formed axe and tree stump, emphasizing the theme of labor and Lincoln's early work experiences, including splitting logs and working on his family farm. In the background, a simple cabin or farmhouse is visible, representing Lincoln's family home and the modest household in which he was raised. This imagery collectively portrays Lincoln's formative years, highlighting his perseverance, education, and connection to the land. The coin's obverse features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, maintaining continuity with the traditional cent design while the reverse celebrates Lincoln's bicentennial with 4 distinct designs representing stages of his life: his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. The 2009 D cent is made of a copper-plated zinc composition, minted at the Denver facility, and serves both as legal tender and a collectible piece honoring Lincoln's enduring legacy in American history. The 2009 D Lincoln Bicentennial 1-cent coin, part of the special series issued to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday, holds not only historical and educational significance, but also collectible value among coin enthusiasts. This particular coin, minted at the Denver facility, is composed of a core of zinc with a thin copper plating, measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighing 2.5 grams, consistent with modern United States cents. The design on the reverse, showing young Lincoln sitting on a log with a small axe and a modest cabin in the background, makes this coin part of a highly sought-after series because it represents a specific moment in Lincoln's life rather than the standard wheat or shield reverse that collectors are more accustomed to. While the coin's face value is 1 cent, its actual market value for collectors depends on factors such as condition, mint mark, and whether it has been preserved in uncirculated or proof condition. A circulated 2009 D Lincoln Bicentennial cent in average condition generally ranges from about 5 to 25 cents due to its collectible appeal, whereas coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or those graded by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command values from $1 up to $10 or more. Special sets that include all 4 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial designs: birth and early childhood in Kentucky, formative years in Indiana, professional life in Illinois, and the presidency in Washington, D.C., tend to be more valuable, often fetching $10 to $30 or higher depending on packaging, provenance, and demand. The coin also appeals to those interested in Lincoln memorabilia, American history, and thematic collections related to presidential coins, making it a versatile addition to any collection. Its symbolic depiction of Lincoln's early life provides an educational narrative about perseverance, self-education, and humble beginnings, which adds to its significance beyond monetary value. Collectors often seek this coin to complete sets, preserve historical representation, or display the artistry of the reverse designs, which are carefully crafted to represent key moments in Lincoln's life. Overall, the 2009 D Lincoln Bicentennial cent remains a meaningful piece for both history enthusiasts and numismatists, combining cultural, historical, and modest market value into a coin that is accessible yet significant in storytelling and collection purposes. The 2018 D Lincoln 1-cent coin is part of the ongoing Lincoln cent series, featuring the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been used since 1909 to honor Lincoln's legacy. The obverse depicts Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year, 2018 to the right, accompanied by the D mint mark indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. The reverse of the 2018 cent features the modern Union Shield design, introduced in 2010, which consists of a shield with 13 vertical stripes representing the original states, crossed by a horizontal bar with the inscription "E Pluribus Unum," symbolizing unity. The coin is made of a zinc core with a thin copper plating, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and weighs 2.5 grams, consistent with all post-1982 Lincoln cents. While its face value is 1 cent, the actual collector value is influenced by its condition, strike quality, and whether it is circulated or uncirculated. In circulated condition, a 2018 D cent typically holds nominal market value slightly above face, around 1 to 5 cents, reflecting its standard release. However, in uncirculated condition, especially those graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, the value can range from approximately 25 cents to $1.50, with coins in pristine or perfect mint state occasionally fetching slightly higher amounts among collectors seeking modern Lincoln cents for rolls, sets, or thematic collections. Although not particularly rare due to high mintage numbers in 2018, this coin is still valued by collectors who complete date and mint mark sets, or by educators and hobbyists emphasizing American history, presidential coinage, and numismatic consistency. The 2018 D Lincoln cent represents both a continuation of long-standing U.S. coinage traditions and an accessible collectible for beginners and seasoned collectors alike, combining historical recognition with modest, steady market demand. The 2018 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, struck at the Denver Mint, continues the long-standing tradition of honoring President Abraham Lincoln, featuring his right-facing profile on the obverse designed by Victor David Brenner, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the year, 2018, with the D Mint mark on the right. The reverse showcases the Union Shield, introduced in 2010, with 13 vertical stripes representing the original states and a horizontal bar inscribed with E Pluribus Unum, symbolizing national unity and the strength of the federal government. Made from a zinc core coated with copper, the coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.5 grams, maintaining the specifications of post-1982 Lincoln cents. While the face value is 1 cent, its numismatic value varies based on condition and minting quality. Circulated coins are generally valued slightly above face, typically between 1 and 5 cents, reflecting their commonality and high mintage. Uncirculated or mint state examples, especially those professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, can command values ranging from 25 cents to $2, with particularly flawless specimens sometimes reaching slightly higher in the collector market. Though not rare, the 2018 D cent is significant for collectors completing date and mint mark sets, modern Lincoln cent collections, or educational displays illustrating presidential coinage and American history. Its design emphasizes both historical continuity and national symbolism, making it a meaningful addition for hobbyists, educators, and beginner numismatists seeking accessible yet historically relevant coins. The coin embodies the legacy of Lincoln while remaining a modern, widely available collectible, bridging the past and present of U.S. coinage.